something that's so normal. You just stand there. I could say so much, but I don't go there 'cause I don't want to. I was thinking if you were lonely, maybe we could leave here and no one would know. At least not to the point that we would think so. And everyone here knows everyone here is thinking about somebody else. Well, it's best if we all keep this under our heads. But I couldn't tell if anyone here was feeling the way I do. But I'm lonely now, and I don't know how get it back to good. This don't mean that you own me well. This ain't no good. In fact, it's phony as hell. Yeah, but things worked out just like you wanted to. If you see me out, you don't know me. Try to turn your head, try to give me some room. How to figure out just what I'm gonna do. 'Cause everyone here hates everyone here for doing just like they do. And it's best if we all keep this quiet instead. And I couldn't tell why everyone here was doing me like they do.
You want a show that knows. This is the show that knows. It's Steph, Sheppard. Steph. Sheppard. Go with what she knows. Turn on, tune in.
Okay, folks, here we go.
89.7 KLAS.
Metropolitan area.
KLAS FM. Get real with Steph. I said get real.
It started out like a totally normal day.
I love you.
I mean, I guess I was a little sweaty and I was definitely sore. I thought I had gas. Turns out I was having a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. So now I take care of myself and tell the other women in my life to do the same. Make it your mission to save your life and the lives of the women you love. Find out more from the American Heart Association at goredforwomen.org.
Cindy Bolanos, mother of Jonathan, aged 24 months, has cerebral palsy and has just heard that her Social Security check has been cut by the state. Jonathan is enrolled at the Jeffrey Foundation's toddler program and is still on a waiting list for funding by a state-subsidized program. The Jeffrey Foundation's founder, Miss Alice Morris Winston, is attempting to find a way for Cindy to secure a job and for Jonathan to continue in the Jeffrey Foundation's toddler program, which will help him become ready for school. Although Jonathan is not disabled, his mother needs assistance in his parenting. Miss Winston started the Jeffrey Foundation 38 years ago when there were no child care or after-school programs for special needs children. She continues to help families through the current economic crisis by keeping the Jeffrey Foundation open for child care, counseling for the parents, as well as personal advice that helps in difficult situations. The Jeffrey Foundation aims to make life more productive for special needs children and their families by helping them meet the challenges created by developmental disabilities, autism, multiple handicaps, poverty, abuse, abandonment, and neglect through high-quality programming and support services. Since its establishment, the Jeffrey Foundation has grown from a modest child care center into today's highly regarded multi-program organization. The foundation has served approximately 10,000 children and their families over the past 38 years. The Jeffrey Foundation needs your assistance to keep these much-needed programs ongoing. A book is being written and a screen treatment is available telling the story of how Alice started the foundation. The Jeffrey Foundation is located at 5470 West Washington Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90016, and the Special Child and Family Resource Center at 5443 West Washington Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90016. For additional information, to visit our center, or to donate a scholarship, please call Martha Way at 323-965-7536 or email at mway, that's MWEIGH, at thejeffreyfoundation.com.
For all of your auto repairs, including expert collision work, LA Radiator on Santa Monica Boulevard is the place to go. Located just a few steps east of Vine, LA Radiator offers the fastest service at the lowest cost available anywhere in the area. Whether it's just a tune-up or a major repair, you'll be putting your car in the best hands possible. Don't let the name LA Radiator fool you. They do a lot more than just radiators. Remember, the next time your car needs any repair, try LA Radiator at 6216 Santa Monica Boulevard, located just a few steps east of Vine Street in Hollywood.
According to scientists who study this stuff, people blink their eyes 20,000 times a day. So if you're not careful, you could easily miss how fast Geico Auto Insurance starts working on your claim. Often we can handle details in hours instead of days. And in just 15 minutes, or roughly 210 bats of an eye, Geico could save you 15%. So call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO. You may blink twice when you see the savings. That's 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico Direct, the sensible alternative.
Hi, this is Dirty Diana. I'll make your wildest dreams come true for just $3.95 a minute. Hello, this is Madam Diana's psychic hotline. Di here, odds on rainy Sunday in a second, 3-1.
Need extra cash? Log on to www.gotajob.com and apply for 10 jobs in 10 seconds. For employees, call 1-800-GOT-A-JOB.
Ooh, I'm wearing a lace teddy. What are you wearing?
My Sunday dress and an apron.
Grandma?
GotaJob.com. Part-time, full-time, in no time.
Another great place to use Visa.
They say that on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, the brioches are so delicate and the pain au chocolat so delicious, you'd almost think you were at Pike Place Market in Seattle, where you'll find Le Panier, one of the finest French bakeries around. But if you want a taste of Le Panier's world-class casse-croûte, bring a discerning palate and your Visa card. Because at Le Panier, they take baking to an art, but they don't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
It sits there looking like a candy bar in a nice orange wrapper, right? Reese's Nut-rageous. Then you take a bite, and it blows your eyeballs to Pluto, kicks your ribs to the roof of your mouth, pounds your taste buds into a simpering puddle of pulp, and leaves you for dead. Want one, don't ya? Reese's Nut-rageous. So loaded. Chocolate.
And Reese's Peanut Butter.
You don't eat it. You survive it.
Sydney Balonos, mother of Jonathan, age 24 months, has cerebral palsy. His mother, Cindy, heard her Social Security check has been cut by the state. Jonathan is enrolled at the Jeffrey Foundation's Toddler program and is still on a waiting list for funding by a state-subsidized program. The Jeffrey Foundation's founder, Mrs. Elise Morris Winston, is attempting to find a way for Cindy, that's the mom of this poor girl, this poor boy, to secure a job, and for Jonathan to continue in the Jeffrey Foundation's Toddler program, which will help him become ready for school. Although Jonathan is not disabled, his mother needs assistance in his parenting. Mrs. Winston started the Jeffrey Foundation 38 years ago, when there were no children or after-school programs for special needs children. She continues to help families through the current economic crisis by keeping the Jeffrey Foundation open for child care, counseling for the parents, as well as personal advice that helps in difficult situations. The Jeffrey Foundation's aim is to make life more productive for special needs children and their families by helping them meet the challenges created by developmental disabilities, autism, multiple handicaps, poverty, abuse, abandonment, neglect, through high-quality programming and support services. Since its establishment, the Jeffrey Foundation has grown from a modest child care center into today's highly regarded multi-program organization. The foundation has served approximately 10,000 children and their families over the past 38 years. The Jeffrey Foundation needs your assistance to keep these much-needed programs ongoing. A book is being written and a screen treatment is available telling the story of how Elise started the foundation. The Jeffrey Foundation is located at 5470 West Washington Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90016, and the Special Child and Family Resource Center is at 5443 West Washington Boulevard, Los Angeles, also 90016. For additional information, to visit the center or to donate scholarship, please call Martha Way. Her phone number is 323-965-7536, or you can email her to MWeigh, that's MWEIGH, at thejeffreyfoundation.com.
It started out like a totally normal day.
I love you.
I mean, I guess I was a little sweaty and I was definitely sore. I thought I had gas. Turns out I was having a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. So now I take care of myself and tell the other women in my life to do the same. Make it your mission to save your life and the lives of the women you love. Find out more from the American Heart Association at goredforwomen.org.
For all of your auto repairs, including expert collision work, LA Radiator on Santa Monica Boulevard is the place to go. Located just a few steps east of Vine, LA Radiator offers the fastest service at the lowest cost available anywhere in the area. Whether it's just a tune-up or a major repair, you'll be putting your car in the best hands possible. Don't let the name LA Radiator fool you. They do a lot more than just radiators. Remember, the next time your car needs any repair, try LA Radiator at 6216 Santa Monica Boulevard, located just a few steps east of Vine Street in Hollywood.
Get Real with Steph, live every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Steph will be getting real with authors, actors, musicians, and whoever else she feels like getting down and dirty with. She'll rock and talk, interviewing celebrity guests, and on occasion, a few random people too. Tune in and see what Steph is up to this week. Get Real with Steph, Wednesdays at 5 Pacific on RadiostarWorldwide.com.
This is what sex is like in an ordinary condom. This is what sex is like in a new Durex condom. Feel what you've been missing. Set yourself free with the most exciting condoms ever made. New Durex condoms for ultimate sensitivity. Now safe sex doesn't have to feel that way. Set yourself free with new Durex condoms. Durex.
Are you ready? Webradio.com, your internet radio destination for the new millennium. Live anytime, on any day, from anywhere. It's Webradio.com. Nothing can compare to what's happening across the network. So come listen to this station live at Webradio.com with music, news, sports, whatever your taste, it's there. Web Radio also has some cool giveaways all the time. Be sure to check it out. Webradio.com.
Metal Babe Mayhem is more than just an online store. It's a destination. MetalBabeMayhem.com carries over 150 rock and roll products, including clothing, jewelry, and accessories. Metal Babe Mayhem also offers shrine clothing and alchemy gothic jewelry. In addition, Metal Babe Mayhem founder Allison Metal Babe Cohen is a rock and roll journalist who supports local and national artists with her rockin' reviews, interviews, playlists, networking, and more. Metal Babe Mayhem is taking over the world one shirt at a time.
That is right, people. You are listening to Get Real with Steph here on KLAS 89.7 FM. That's right.
You want a show that knows. This is the show that knows. It's Steph Sheppard. Steph Sheppard. Go with what she knows. Turn on, tune in.
Okay, folks, here we go.
89.7 KLAS.
Metropolitan area.
KLAS FM. Get real with Steph. I said get real.
Gotta love that new intro. Got to love it. Thank you, Blade. Always good. I have a special guest in studio today. This is Mr. Strike Force. He is here to promote his new #1 single. I do believe. It is a #1, correct?
Yes, oh, definitely.
Yes, it is. It's #1.
You just switch too much.
Oh, well, what can I do? What can I do except, I love it, So you are #1. Okay, tell me, how does this work out? It's #1 in the country, #1 on the charts, #1 on specific radio play, or...
Well, there's #1 in Pacific local areas. Then there's chart numbers nationally, which is 6 at one point, and even global at number 17, which is pretty good. Anything under 20 around the world is a great ride.
It's pretty huge, yeah. No doubt about it. I totally believe that. So we have your #1 song. Is this what we're going to play right now?
Okay.
What is the name of it?
You Just Switch Too Much.
Oh, You Just Switch Too Much. So here we go. Listen to this. Strike Force on Get Real with Steph.
I think about you, girl, all the time. Yes, I do. You stay constantly on my mind. You know, baby, I watch you walking down the street. Every movement from your head to your feet. You're just a wonder for any guy to see. You're the trigger that puts me in defeat. You make me limber down to my knees. You start my passion and it's all complete. So sweet as can be. You just switch too much for me, baby. Switch too much for me, baby. Yeah, for me, girl. Yes, you do. Switch too much for me, baby. Yeah, you just. When it comes to loving you, I'm the one you come and see. It never fails. You blow my mind away. You stop my cravings in a special way. We're so connected all night today. There's just one thing I still got to say. The way you move is rare to see. You just switch too much. Oh, baby, switch too much. Oh, baby, oh, yeah, switch too much. Oh, girl, switch too much for me, baby. You just switch too much. Bring it home to me.
Come on. You switch so hard, you got the whole world shaking. All the brothers on the prowl, wonder what kind of love we're making. See, I know it's natural and you're not faking, but what you do to me, see, it's so devastating. Even the ladies get mad as they watch you walk. They say behind closed doors, all the jealous ones talk. The brothers compliment me when they see you on my arm. Girl, you set the world on fire, somebody ring the alarm.
It's my pleasure when I stare at you. Exhale feelings start coming. I get this vision that I'm loving you. But then I see it walking through. You deliver and I'm all through. You just switch too much for me, baby. For me, baby. Switch too much for me, girl. Switch too much for me, baby. You just switch too much for me, girl. Switch too much
switch too much, my baby. You just switch too much for me, baby. You switch. You rule my world. You switch. You really make it hard, girl. You switch. I like the things you do. You switch. Cause you really set me free. You switch. You make me pick up the phone. You switch. I gotta then bring you home. You switch. You make it all night long. You switch. Ooh. You switch. No matter what the people say. You switch. By your side I'm gonna stay. You switch. Don't care about the games they play. You switch. So come on, lady, lay. You switch. Don't care about the people talking. You switch. Cause I really know you're something. You switch. So swing those hips just for me. You switch. Cause this is how it's gonna be. You switch. Oh, you switch. Come on, baby. You switch. Let me show you. You switch. How it's going to be. You switch. Just you and me. You switch. All the time free. Come on, baby.
Isn't that a lovely little song? I love it. I love it already. It's very catchy.
Thank you, Stephanie. I've been getting some very positive feedback on that particular song, and I'm hoping to enter it in a few different things, and hoping that I'll get an award for it. It looks pretty good, sounds pretty good. And,
yeah, it does. It does.
The company I'm with, Sharp Records, they did all the footwork, and I did the singing.
Right. You know, as it should be, right?
Of course.
That is how that rolls when you do that kind of thing, especially when you're the artist.
Yeah, well, I'm having a great time putting things together. I'm working on a master CD, of course, and I've got a bunch of songs on there, and I'm hoping that everyone falls in love with them like I did.
Right, indeed. Now, I hear that you're going to be being played across quite a few different radio platforms over the next few months, years, whenever, however long that we hope that you are going to stay in circulation.
Yeah, well, I just got the news on that. There's quite a few stations around the globe, from Sydney to Japan to New York, L.A., Texas, Chicago, Rio de Janeiro. You know, it's fantastic, you know, how things are moving along. I didn't expect them to move along so fast. Yeah. So it's just a great road that I've been rolling down, and I'm hoping that it continues, and that I can give the best that I have, you know, for the public.
Right. Indeed. So we have another song that we're going to play.
We're going to play Do You See, the award-winning, Academy Award-winning song, which I just received in the month of May of this year.
Nice. So this is the award-winning song, Do You See?
Yes. No, we got them all.
Oh?
Okay, we can go forward with this. This is Zooming for Your Love.
Zooming for Your Love.
It's part of the CD with You Just Switch Too Much.
Okay.
You have made me reach a level where love exists. And on a scale of 1 to 10, you take me off the chart. I am finding out how much you excite me. And I won't deprive myself from this total bliss. You are the foundation to my true happiness. Zoom, I'm zooming for your love, baby. Zoom, I'm zooming for your love. When I gaze into
treat, but it can't compete like you do. You're so sweet, I want you. Zoom, zoom, I'm zooming for your love, baby. Zoom, zoom, I'm zooming for your love, lady. I am aiming high for your mind. I am aiming high for your heart. I am aiming high. I'm zooming for your love. Zooming for your love. Zooming for your love, baby. Zoom.
That was a lovely little dance tune, I think. Definitely a dance tune.
Well, I kind of love the song. I wrote the song a couple of years ago, but I didn't do anything with it. And I was fortunate enough to run into someone who had tracks that matched the lyrics that I had, and I just put the two together, and that's what the results were. And I've got a feeling it's a sleeper hit. You know, that's my opinion.
Yeah,
but,
definitely. I think it's one more like an uppity dance tune. Like, they could definitely play it in the dance clubs and be okay with that, for sure.
I got a good feeling when I dance to it, so
Right.
I'm hoping everybody follows my lead.
Right. Always good stuff, you know. You are listening to Get Real with Steph here on KLAS 89.7 FM. I have Strike Force here with me. I want to call you Strike Force because I know that your TV show, or your radio show, actually,
Right.
is
Doing
Strike
it,
Force.
Yeah, doing it right, Strike, on KCLA 99.3 FM.
Right,
I'm on
our
every
sister
Friday.
station over here.
They can catch me tomorrow at 11:30 a.m.
Absolutely.
Right, starting right here in the heart of Hollywood.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. In good old Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Hey, Los Angeles.
Right? Where the weather is beautiful and the traffic is crappy. That's what I always like to say.
Well, you got to love it because you got to live with it, right?
Hey, you know, that's what we do. That's what we do here in LA. Definitely. So this is your number one hit, right?
Yeah, you just switched too much. Yeah, it was
You
number
just
one.
switched too
But
much.
I've also got the Do You See, which we were talking about before.
Right,
It's
which
an
is-
award-winning tune through the Academia Awards organization.
Very cool.
I won as a finalist with them, and they're presently going to release the song around the globe on the 16th of June.
Nice.
It's coming up. Yeah.
Very nice. So this is actually pre-world release here. I'm going to play it for you first. Ha.
Right here.
I
on
love
Get
it. Right
Real
here.
with Stephanie.
That's right.
Do you see?
Temperature's rising, hot, 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 and I'm not surprised. I can see a spark there that's deep inside your eyes. Now let's get real here and reach for the sky. Why do you waste so much time? And you know that you wanna be mine. Do you see that we're growing on to new heights? Yeah. Do you see that we're exposing emotions we can't deny? Now we are the fruit, yeah. We can't afford to lose time. These are the moments
wonders that we share. You deserve me, and I deserve you. Caution's not the answer. It's just that we need to refine. Do you see that we're growing all to new heights? Do you see that we're exposing emotions we can't deny? I must confess my love for you, to give it room to do what it do. Never letting anything negative to come into view. Whatever you ask me, girl, I'll take a stand and do. Get past sadness and anything that might make us blue. Do you see that we're growing all to new heights? Do you see that we're exposing emotions we can't deny? Let's get real, let's get real, let's get real.
That was fantastic.
Let's get real.
Yeah, thank you, Steph.
You know, I don't know if everybody appreciates it, but you know, I love it personally. Like I am an R&B fan.
Oh, so. Great! That's wonderful.
So you did a fantastic little ditty there. That's a good one.
I love the other stuff that's coming out of it.
I do.
It's going to be coming out as soon as possible. Right?
Now, where can we find you? We can find you on Spotify, on iTunes, on iHeart, SoundCloud, Google Play.
What else?
Pretty much anywhere that you can get music these days is like, yeah. Exactly. You know, he's all over. He's all over the map.
You should look for the label name Sharp Records.
Sharp Records.
I'm an artist with Sharp Records as well, and I'm also independent. I've got a lucky break to do those things. You very really get a shot like that in this industry where you can do both.
Right.
Be independent and be signed.
Right.
Got that agreement with Sharp Records. And fortunately for me, I'm also the CEO for Sharp Records for the West Coast Division. So.
Oh, well then there it is.
It gives me a great option to work things out, you know, to my advantage.
Right. So that means you have access to lots of many artists.
Oh, yes. Quite a few.
Okay.
Quite a few. Sometime in the future, perhaps we can
you can send some over
to your show. Sure.
Absolutely.
Not a problem at all.
You know how that is. I always take guests in. I'm like the person who invites in the refugees during Thanksgiving and whatnot.
Well, we've got all divisions, you know, from gospel to R&B, soul, jazz. As a matter of fact, there's an artist that's out here in Los Angeles who's a blues singer.
Oh, very nice.
Our company named Valerie.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we can perhaps get her down here.
Oh, sure.
And have her come on the show. And,
sure. Absolutely. You know how I am. I'm open to all that kind of stuff. You guys are listening to Get Real with Steph. It is 5:32 in the p.m. If you do not know where your children are, you should go find them because they are probably hungry. They want to eat.
That's right. Children gotta eat.
Children gotta eat, and if you are going to find them, then they're not going to be in as much trouble as they would be if you didn't go looking for them. So, yeah, go look for your kids, people. That's what I have to say to that. Also, you can be water wise. Be water wise. California, conserve water, drink more alcohol. This will lower your inhibitions and make you feel more inclined enough to shower with a friend or two. So get out there and conserve some water, Californians. We are all counting on you. For more tips on water conservation, you can go to bewaterwise.com. You can go check out gettingwhatyouwant.com. Famed author and relationship expert Susan Sheppard is helping and healing one relationship at a time. So you can always go to gettingwhatyouwant.com and find her. She will be able to help you with getting what you want.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, good stuff. All good things.
Useful information.
Yeah. I have some useful information every once in a while, we do also have a list of stations that are going to be playing my lovely friend over here, Mr. Strike Force, who is Strike, if you will, for all intents and purposes.
Yes.
K-Mix in Radio Los Angeles, California. Also, JXFM in Tokyo. WNYR in New York. And WMBR in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, of course. If you are listening in Chicago, you can listen to WCTR, of course, in Illinois. And in Los Angeles again, KXRL Radio, Los Angeles, California, of course. If you're in Sydney, you can listen to KEDG. I believe that's K-Edge. I have a friend who lives in Sydney, so yeah, she's all, that's K-Edge.
That's how they do it. Huh?
Right, and KHSX, I'm sorry, KHSX, wow. Radio Houston, you have the most, tongue twister of a radio station than I have ever heard. KHSX.
Those letters are difficult to pronounce together.
Right? Together, all of a sudden, KHSX. Yeah. Radio Houston in Texas. If you're in London, you can check out WLDN, which is Radio London in the United Kingdom. And in Miami, Florida, of course, you can check out WMIC, which is Radio Miami, of course.
Yeah, this will be starting on the 16th of June.
Very cool. So on the 16th of June, they'll be launching all of your tunage.
Well, particularly Do You See?
Right.
Because it's an award-winning song with the academia organizations, and their interest was pretty big in the song. And
Very cool.
I'm glad theirs was as big as mine. It kind of met right in the middle.
Right.
So we're on our way, and
very cool.
I hope in the future that I put out equally good songs to that effect, for the public to enjoy.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we're missing.
I imagine you probably will, because you are a fairly talented artist as far as that goes. I've heard quite a few of your songs, and they all are harmonically balanced and very well in tune.
Well, thank you, Steph. I do my own backgrounds.
Right.
And tell
all of your own stuff, all of his own mixing.
Except for on You Just Switch Too Much, I had a buddy from Parliament Records. He's an artist for them. He helped me with You Just Switch Too Much.
Right. Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And he did the what we call the rap part.
The rap part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a little rap message in there for you guys, if you didn't catch that. We could play it again.
Hey, we'll play it one more time so that you can
I think we might, just so that you guys catch a glimpse of what it is that we are trying to do here. This is You
Just Switch Too Much.
Right.
All the time. Yes, I do. You stay constantly on my mind. You know, baby, I watch you walking down the street. Every movement from your head to your feet. You're just a wonder for any guy to see. You're the trigger that puts me in defeat. You make me limber down to my knees. You start my passion and it's all complete. So sweet as can be. You switch too much for me, baby. Switch too much for me, baby. Yeah, for me, girl. Switch too much for me, baby. Yeah, you just, when it comes to loving you, I'm the one you come and see. It never fails. You blow my mind away. You stop my cravings in a special way. We're so connected all night today. There's just one thing I still got to say. The way you move is fantasy. You just switch too much for me, baby. Switch too much for me, baby. Oh, yeah. Switch too much for me, girl. Switch too much for me, baby. You just switch too much. Bring it home to me.
Come on. You switch so hard, you got the whole world shaking. All the brothers on the prowl, wonder what kind of love we're making. See, I know it's natural and you're not faking, but what you do to me, see, it's so devastating. Even the ladies get mad as they watch you walk. They say behind closed doors, all the jealous ones talk. The brothers compliment me when they see you on my arm. Girl, you set the world on fire, somebody ring the alarm.
It's my pleasure when I stare at you. Exhale feelings start coming. I get this vision that I'm loving you, but then I see it walking through. You deliver and I'm all through. You just switch too much for me, baby. For me, baby. Switch too much for me, girl. Oh, switch too much for me, baby. You just switch too much for me, girl. What did you do? You switch too much, my baby. You just switch too much for me, baby. You switch. You rule my world. You switch. You really make it hard, girl. You switch. I like the things you do. You switch. Cause you really set me free. You switch. You make me pick up the phone. You switch. I gotta then bring you home. You switch. You make it all night long. You switch. Ooh. You switch. No matter what the people say. You switch. By your side I'm gonna stay. You switch. Don't care about the games they play. You switch. So come on, lady. You switch. Don't care about the people talking. You switch. Cause I really know you're something. You switch. So swing those hips just for me. You switch. Cause this is how it's gonna be. You switch. Oh, you switch. Come on, baby. You switch. Let me show you. You switch. How it's going to be. You switch. Just you and me. You switch. All the time free. Come on, baby.
So the story of this song is actually a very good story.
Oh yeah, Steph. It happened on the Sunday. As a matter of fact, I was on my way to church. A friend of mine and myself, and they said they weren't going to church, and she just happened to be a female friend.
Right. She just happened to say, "Oh well, I'm not going to church today, but I'm riding with you down there." Right,
and she proceeded on her way, and I was walking toward the churchyard, and I turned and I looked, and I seen her walking down the block, and suddenly the idea birthed right there. Bang! You just switched too much.
Right.
For me.
You just switched too much. So yeah, she was switching down the street as she was going on her merry way.
On her merry way. There you go. There you go.
She was going on her merry way, and you saw this and was like, "Oh, yeah, you switched too much." Right.
And it fit perfectly.
It fit perfectly. It worked out. And by the time you were out of church, you had the song written.
I had it all written upstairs, and I went and started putting it down, and I played it.
And that's an amazing feat there, because it takes a lot for people to write a song. I know I've written songs before, and I've been like, wow, okay, that took like a lot out of me.
Yeah, sometimes it comes hard. You know, sometimes I have to make notes.
Right.
It varies. You know, you can come up with an idea and instantly get every word correct, get the story right down the
everything's right
pike,
there, down the middle.
and you're good. But then there are those days that you have to think about it. You know, and I've had those songs too, and I've got a few that are coming out on a CD called An Eye for Love, which is in the future.
An Eye for Love.
Yeah.
So you guys keep a lookout for An Eye for Love, because that will be coming out in the future here. And this is Strike. Catch him tomorrow, Strike Force. He will be on the radio.
Oh, you can catch me tomorrow on KCLA 99.3 FM. I'm doing it right, Strike, doing it for you every Friday at 11:30 a.m.
We like that. Okay, that's our sister station over here. So KLAS and KCLA, we are sister stations, and you guys can catch him tomorrow on my sister station.
That's right here on the American Radio Network.
That
baby.
is correct.
On cable.
On cable.
Oh,
indeed.
Internet.
And the internet. And wherever else you can find us. That's right.
If you can hear it, you can listen to us.
You can definitely catch me and him, both on iHeart, both on, TuneIn.
SoundCloud.
We are on SoundCloud.
iTunes.
Both of us are on iTunes. Yes.
And Spotify.
And Spotify. Indeed. All of the above, which is great. Now, do you have some favorite artists that you base your art on?
Well, yes, I do, and it goes back a ways. I can tell you people like the Spinners, the Manhattans, Temptations, Blue Magic. You know, because I've been fortunate enough to be able to sing from falsetto to bass, and
nice.
This what gives me the advantage of being able to do my own backgrounds. Without that experience, and then of course, I've sung in many vocal groups myself. I've done a few bands, and until I decided to become a solo artist, I wouldn't utilize these other things that I had, because I always had the other people there, to work with me. So
right.
It's proven to be an advantage in my favor to be able to do my own backgrounds and have perfect pitch while I'm doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to jump to the Spinners, because that was one of the first bands that you
one of my
rattled off
groups.
Right there.
Yeah.
I love them, and how could you not?
I know Felipe Wing's brother, Robert, who's in New York.
Oh,
right?
excellent.
Yeah, I happened to walk into his office one day. It was I was job seeking at the time, and I seen all the photos of the Spinners and Felipe Wing on his desk, and I said, "Hey, man, you're a big fan. You're a big fan of the Spinners?" He says, "No." He says, "Felipe Wing is my brother."
Oh.
I said, "You're kidding me."
You're all
"Yeah,
well.
I'm not
Okay.
kidding you." Yeah, how about that? Right? I just walked right into it.
Right, and the Spinners, they are one of those bands that, they sing stuff like this. Good stuff. Could it be I'm falling in love? Yeah, that's right. On Get Real with Steph.
So helpless too, that you don't know what you do.
I'm getting a little, what is it? A serenade in the studio?
Yeah, I'm reminiscing the Spinners, a good group,
great group
that I always loved, and
always good stuff.
That was Bobby Smith doing the leads, yeah.
Right.
And could it be I'm Falling in Love? Of course, we know that Felipe Wing was the dominant lead, and they've also had another fellow by the name of John Edwards.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that was a great lead also.
Well, yeah, as the Spinners, I mean, they've been around for a hot minute.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
It reminded me of I'm Your Puppet.
Oh, yeah. I think the guy's name is Bobby that actually sings that. I don't recall.
I can't recall. At the moment, I want to bring you guys a little bit of the Temptations. I want to bring you Ain't Too Proud to Beg because this is one of my favorites.
Oh, that's one of my favorites, too.
I love this song.
Yeah, that's with David Leadon there.
Yeah. Good stuff. See, I would have loved to have been during this age of music because
it was a great time stuff with the Temptations, Manhattans, the Spinners.
Oh, I would have been one of those white chicks who was just belting out tunes.
And believe it or not, there were a lot of folks out there belting them out.
Yeah, there were.
Believe me,
there were.
Yeah.
But see, this is what this reminds me of right here. I have to take it back to the oldie but goodies.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta love it. James and Bobby.
Yeah.
Purified.
I'm your puppet.
I'm your puppet.
I'll do funny things if you want me to. I'm your puppet. I'm yours to have and to hold. Darling, you got full control of your puppet. Full
puppet.
Yeah, that was a great song.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, I was a youngster at that time when it came out.
Yeah, well, we were talking. We were just talking, and I was like, yeah, I sing in the choir for a minute. You know, a little minute. Quick minute.
I can definitely hear very positive, clean pitch there, you know. So
right.
I might be inviting you to the studio one day.
I can sing low.
Yeah.
I can sing low. It's low. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but there were songs that, like, in my growing up, I definitely was like, you know, Under the Boardwalk, definitely.
That's one of my favorites.
I love it. I love it. The Drifters.
Drifters,
they rock.
yes.
They rock. They rock.
Well, the songs had a lot of meaning that were being put out
That's
at that time.
the thing, is there was, like, feeling in the music.
There's a lot of feeling missing.
Feeling in the music. And nowadays, there's a lot of feeling missing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to agree.
There's not a lot of heartfelt song nowadays.
No.
You know, when you're talking about this biatch and this whatever, and
that kind of takes.
It kind of takes away from the heartfelt loving of, hey, you know what?
It distorts the imagination. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it does distort. It does distort the imagination. Yeah. It takes away from the. You know, the essence of the song, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many. There's so many good songs that are, you know, I'm going to play you guys Under the Boardwalk because this is one of those songs that you need to have the heartfelt feeling of.
Agreed, 100%.
When the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun. Under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be making love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. From the park you hear the happy sounds of a carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and french fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun. Under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be making love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. Down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun. Under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
Got a rockin' tune.
Oh, yeah.
Just
definitely.
a rockin' tune.
Drifters.
I'm going to bring us back in with a little bit of this magic moment because...
Funny thing, you brought the Drifters in. I almost went into the group in 1981.
Wow.
Yeah.
But see, it's one of those songs. It's one of those tunes.
So different and so new.
Fantastic.
Like any other. Until I kiss you, and then it happened. It took me by surprise. I knew that you felt it too. By the look in your eyes, sweeter than wine, softer than the summer night. Everything I want, I have. Whenever I hold you tight, this magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time. Oh, sweeter than wine, softer than the summer night. Everything I want, I have. Whenever I hold you tight, this magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time.
I just should have been born way before I was born. That's what it comes down to.
Great listening pleasure from the Drifters.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, there's so many good songs of that era. And I was just hitting upon, I'm like, is it 1961, 62, 64? What is it?
Well,
and
without giving away my age,
right?
I could say it was someplace around that era.
Right around the 60s, you know. And God, they had like so many wonderful songs. And it wasn't just the guys, it was the girls too.
Oh, yeah, Under the Boardwalk.
It was the girls too. I mean, the ladies did go with something like this. The Shirelles.
Oh, great group.
Got to bring it in for the females, you know, because they did have like a fantastic little
oh yeah, one of the best sounds around, of course, you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were much loved by me. I can tell you that
right?
now.
The ladies.
Yes.
Bring in the ladies. you know, and then here comes the 70s, and all of a sudden, like, you get all of these cray bands who are, you know, Casey and the Sunshine Band, and you know, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and just, you know, everybody from that era.
Still music with a great feel to it.
Oh my gosh, so many good songs. I'm bringing you guys some Blood, Sweat, and Tears right now.
Okay.
Just because, you know, what goes up must come down.
What goes up must come down. Spinning wheel, got to go round. Talking about your troubles, it's a crying sin. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel spin. You got no money and you got no home. Spinning wheel, all alone. Talking about your troubles and you never learn. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel turn. Did you find the directing sign on the straight and narrow highway? Would you mind the reflecting sign? Just let it shine within your mind and show you the colors that are real. Someone is waiting just for you. Spinning wheel, spinning true. Drop all your troubles by the riverside. Catch a painted pony on the spinning wheel ride. Someone's waiting just for you. Spinning wheel, spinning true. Drop all your troubles by the riverside. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel fly.
Something of music you don't hear anymore. A tra-la-la-la-la as you go out.
That's amazing.
Right. It's a fantastic little outro right there.
That's how you do fun and music, folks.
Right. At the same time.
Especially here on the Stephanie Get Real show.
Absolutely. We are getting real over here. I have Strike Force over here. He will be on tomorrow live, and in the daytime, what time?
That's 11:30 a.m., folks.
11:30 a.m., people.
Doing it right, Strike. We'll be doing it for you.
Catch him on KCLA. You know, go search for him there. Until then, we're going to get down tonight.
Into
Gotta love it. Yeah, that was a little bit of Get Down Tonight, baby. Yeah.
Great
A little
song
bit of the
from a
funk.
great time, baby.
A little bit of the funk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gonna play you guys a little bit of I'm gonna take you into the future, really. Like, hop in your TARDISes. We are going to time travel. This is actually a song that was done originally by the Blazers and then again by the Paladins and pretty much everybody else in the free world. But Jack White does this now. And wow, okay, I'm Shakin' is a great tune. So rock out. Get real with Steph.
My knees that I wobble in my walk and I'm trembling. That's right, you got me shaking. When you take me in your arms to talk romance, my heart starts doing that St. Rita dance and I'm dancing. Yeah. Oh, and I'm shaking. Early in the morning time, late in the middle of the night, whenever this chill comes over me, I wanna hug you with all of my might. That's right, and I'm sweating. Oh, yeah, you got me shaking. You got me sweating. Oh, yeah, you got me shaking, girl. A chill and a fever, so I've been told. Makes your head spin around and your feet run cold. I got fever. Yeah, fever, yeah, I'm run for sure. I feel like I've been run right through the mill, and I can't move around and I can't stand still. I'm so diddly. You got me shaking. I'm so jittery. That's right, you got me shaking. Well, Samson was a mighty good man, strongest in his day.
Then along came Delilah and clipped his wig.
And it looks like you took me the same old way, so I'm nervous. Oh, and I'm shaking. All right, you got me nervous. Yeah, I'm shaking and jumping. A storm rocks the ship on the sea.
Storm rocks the ship on the sea.
The wind shakes the leaves on a
The
tree.
wind shakes the leaves
And
on
I'm
the
a
tree.
nervous wreck and I'm all shook up. And that's what you're doing to me right now. And I'm jumping. That's right, you got me shaking. Oh, I'm jumping. That's right, you got me shaking. Oh, you got me shaking. That's right, you got me nervous. Oh, but I'm shaking. Oh, you got me shaking.
Yeah, that was a little bit of Jack White. You know, he does a little bit of that old school, and when he says, I'm nervous,
Yes, I'm nervous.
I'm
That's right.
nervous.
He sounds
Right.
like the guys from Brooklyn.
Right, he's nervous. Oh my goodness, and which is really great, honestly. Like, I gotta love it, you know?
You gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
Got to love that. Yeah, I'm gonna play you guys a little bit of Jimmy Smith and Night Train right here, because it's just fantastic.
Jimmy Smith.
can we just say we were discussing how wonderful that song was, but then also we were discussing how wonderful Carlos Santana
Oh, yeah. It's a great artist.
And you know what? Like, he's one of those artists that it's just amazing to me. Whenever he walks into a room, he just kind of like does it. No matter what, you know?
His presence is well known.
Oh, my gosh. Well, yeah, I mean, you wouldn't really know it, except for the fact that you know that all of a sudden he whips out a guitar and, you know, geez, he's like ripping, you know?
It's the kind of music that will bring you to your knees.
He really does. And the things that he will play, like the wonderfulness that he will play, he will just kind of whip out something like this. If he wants to, if it's sad, if it's somber.
One of those.
If he wants to do that. Yeah, some papaya tea, you know. But I do know that when I was waiting on tables up north, he would walk into our restaurants and people would be all, yeah, that's Carlos Santana. And I'd be all, no way. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden he would whip out his guitar and start whipping out something like this.
And no one sounds like Carlos.
Oh my gosh, he has an epic freaking sound. He can sing with his fingers, really. Yeah, he sings with his fingers. So listen to this. what can I do but like love on that song? Are you kidding? That's just an epic guitar solo.
Oh, yeah.
Epic guitar solo. Fantasticness. I'm going to go to a little bit of what I like to call Black Magic Woman, because, you know what? How can we not love on Carlos Santana without loving on this song?
magic woman, got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman, got me so blind I can't see. That she's a black magic woman, she's trying to make a devil out of me. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Yes, don't turn your back on me, baby. Stop messing around with your tricks. Don't turn your back on me, baby. You just might pick up my magic sticks.
It was crazy, you know. When I lived up north, Carlos Santana would show up at any point in time in any bar that you were in, and all of a sudden he would just start wailing out a tune.
Pop in and give out the great music.
At him and he'd be all, "Yeah, what are you, Carlos Santana?" Yeah. And sure enough, he was.
It was him, yeah. Great.
Sure enough, he was. I mean, he was amazing when it came down to it. Like the songs that he sang, and the things that he would just like kind of wail out on the guitar. You'd be all, "Yeah, okay, whatever, Carlos Santana wannabe guy," and you'd look over and you'd be like, "But is it? It could be."
Well,
yes.
I know it was definitely
and it was
attracting.
him. Oh, yeah. No, it was him. It was
music
him.
would get your attention.
You were like, "Wow, okay, Black Magic Woman, fine, Carlos Santana, you know, whip out this song with freaking, you know, Rob Thomas, whip out this one," and he would whip this one out. Okay,
smooth.
people, yeah, that's right. He would be smooth like that. That was how smooth Carlos Santana is.
Man, it's a hot one, like 7 inches from the midday sun. Well, I hear you whispering the words to melt everyone.
It isn't like baseball. Yeah. You are correct. It is not like baseball.
It's not like basketball.
It's not like basketball.
It's definitely not like football.
Definitely not like football.
There's no hurt, no pain.
But there are these things that will show up in your sector, if you will. Like, I mean, Carlos Santana. He was one of those amazing people who would just be able to, like, show up in your section. If you were waiting tables and you were up north and he just felt like showing up there, he'd show up there. He would whip out his guitar.
Mind, huh?
No, he would whip out his guitar and he would give you a piece of his mind. Yeah. Absolutely. It was fantastic, if you will. Like the things that he would bust out. Oh my gosh, greatness. Yeah.
I've only had the pleasure to meet him once, and that happened to be at a friend's house.
Wow, and I'm sure you had a great show.
Oh yeah, that was a great one. It was just too short.
Right.
Well.
And that's one of those like Bob Weir. Okay. He would definitely show up. He would be one of those. Lullaby is one of those things. And just like Jerry Garcia back in the day, like Jerry would show up and he would be like, yeah, I'm playing right here, right now.
I call that give up your heart entertainment.
Absolutely. And you know what? Give up your heart entertainment, like to me personally, like as a music connoisseur, a person who goes to see many shows and would like throw myself upon the mercy of any band just to watch them just perform. Truthfully, it's huge for me. When I see stuff like that happen, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is a once in a lifetime event that's never going to happen again.
Definitely, and musicians with the heart and with the wonderful talent that love it from...
Which is fantastic. I mean, oh my gosh.
Kneecap to elbow, from brain to feet.
It makes my hair raise on my arms, and like Strike is in here right now. He's all, your arm hair is raising. But yes, like it really does, because when I hear stuff like that, I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is something that nobody will ever hear in their lifetime, and I was lucky enough to be here.
And say, these are the moments.
I was lucky enough to be here. I mean, there's so many of those that I've had in my lifetime. Definitely, when I was out in New York, I was in Woodstock. My mom took me out there. I was 15, okay? I was 15 years old. We had flown out there. We had gone to this Woodstock event. And, oh, my gosh, there were so many really, really cool things that were going on at that same point in time. And, oh, yeah, like they pulled out Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Ooh. They pulled out, like, the guy, the guy who does the splatter paintings? Okay, he does the splatter paintings. He used to do it for 95.5 KLOS, and he used to do these splatter paintings, these crazy splatter paintings, and he would do it to the rhythm of one song.
Wow.
Okay, so he would do like Jimi Hendrix, Castles Made of Sand.
Right.
He would take Castles Made of Sand, and he would literally splatter paint up onto the wall. And by the time he was done, Jimi Hendrix was right there.
Right.
And it was like an epic performance.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of artists that were good at that on the streets of New York.
Yeah.
Up and down Broadway.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing when it comes down to it. Like, there are some amazing ones. Like, they did it for Jefferson Airplane. So let's rock out to this. Volunteers. Get real. Good stuff. let me just say, Jimi Hendrix was fantastic. If I could have been there, I would have been there. Strike, you said you saw him?
Oh, one time in the village.
One time, once upon a time.
Before he was recognized, and he took the stages in the music industry beyond that comprehension. Jimi Hendrix.
There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief. Businessman there to drink my wine. Plowman dig my earth. None will ever own the mine. Nobody of it is worth it.
Got to love a little bit of Jimi Hendrix, and I'm going to bring you guys a little bit more because why can't we love a little bit of Little Wing? Oh my gosh, appreciate the freaking thing that is guitar that is Jimi Hendrix, okay? You're listening to Get Real with Steph. Get real on this.
Circus mind that's running wild. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams, the fairy tales. That's all she makes. comes to me with 1,000 smiles she gives to me. It's alright, she said, it's alright. Take anything you want from me. Anything.
Bit of wonderfulness right there with that. Oh my gosh.
Can't argue with that.
Got to love it.
Great artist, great time. From a great person that put his heart into his music. Yes, he's a champion of music.
Wow. Yeah, definitely a champion of music. Every time I listen to him, I have to think, like, I have to battle between him and, you know, Jimmy Page as, like, the best guitarist in the free world. I mean, really. Jimi Hendrix was right there. But, you know, when you think about, like, Jimmy Page as well.
Oh, yeah,
he
definitely.
was, like, an epic
Well,
person.
I'm glad that his music is recorded, that we could hear it when we want to, you know. And,
absolutely.
And, you know, as we move on with the technology, the music keeps moving with it. You know,
right.
So as long as if it's just playing in the air, we can snap our fingers, we can listen to it.
Or you can hum up a tune, really. If you can hum up your own tune, wow, yeah, it becomes a huge thing when it comes down to, like, you know, Led Zeppelin versus Jimmy Page versus Pink Floyd versus the magic of music.
Right.
Really.
All in conjunction.
Wow. Yeah. All in conjunction, for sure. So I think that as my last song, I think I might leave you guys with a little bit of, you know, I could leave you with Full in the Rain. I could leave you with Black Dog. I could leave you with Friends. I could leave you with Stairway to Heaven. But no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with a little bit of this one, which is always great.